Hi guys, I'm here today because I want to discuss with you some of my 2021 plans for my reading, for my channel, just for everything bookish. I have some things I've been thinking about. I've been on BookTube for a year in January and I felt it was time to really look at what I was doing content-wise, look what I was doing with my channel and try and set myself some goals, make some plans for what I want to do. Do I want to do anything differently? Do I want to do more of things? What goals do I want? So I've been having a think and I've come up with some decisions of things I want to do. So the first thing I want to do, which is probably the biggest change to my channel, which is not really a change, it's just something additional. I want to start doing weekly vlogs. I, throughout the year, have found some parts of my life that I think, oh, it'd be really good to vlog this, or it'd be great if I could do this. For example, if I get gifts off people and I want to unbox them, I'm like, oh, this would be really good to video and I could put it in a vlog, but I'm not doing a vlog. Or if I redecorate in my room, or if I'm going somewhere bookish, or even if I'm just doing something in my personal life that I think you guys would find interesting, I keep deciding, oh, I want to vlog it, and then I never have a vlog that would fit this content, and I didn't just want to shove it in anywhere. So I kind of came to the decision that I would like to do weekly vlogs. It was something I did when I first started my channel, but I didn't do them correctly for me. I found them to be quite boring. How I originally did it was I just sat down, gave you an update. It was basically like a wrap-up, but a weekly wrap-up. And that's fine, but it wasn't that fun to film. And I've kind of realised why, because to me, I want to do the vlog style where I go out and I do things, or I have some B-roll, you know, all of that. And I didn't really get to do any of that, so I want to do that now. So from January, I will be doing weekly vlogs. They will come up on my Monday post. I will still be keeping Monday, Wednesday and Saturday. That might change because I've been able to upload so frequently because of lockdown and COVID and things like that. I don't know how 2021 is going to be. I'm hoping we get to some sense of normality in terms of work. I know a lot of people get to go in for work. I am not one of those people. I still have to work from home. And should things change, or should I get a new job, which we'll see, I'm looking. I am desperately trying because I love my job, but I need to move on. And if things change, if life changes, I might not be able to accommodate 3 times a week. That might change, but for now I'm going to stick to my 3 videos a week. Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, vlog on Monday, something else Wednesday, Saturday. Now in terms of my channel, there is another thing I want to do. My goal is to really try and get to 400 subscribers. That's a goal of mine. I'm currently at the time of filming on 345, which is amazing. I've been on BookTube 12 months and I'm sat here like 345 people watch my videos. Shooketh. And I love that. I've been kind of floating between 340 and 346 for a while now. So my goal, I don't want to be dramatic. I don't want to try and get to 500 because whilst that is achievable for a lot of people, I don't want to set myself that target just to be disappointed. 400 is good. That is roughly 55 more subscribers, depending on whether people unsubscribe or things like that at some point in the year. But I think 400 is manageable and I'm going to try and work towards that. I still want to do my thriller related videos. I still want to do the videos I do, but I'm hoping that over time more people will discover me. I will become subscribed to a bit more. And that's a really nice goal for me. It's not something I'm really fussed about. Like I've always said, the main thing I care about is the interactions I have with people. When people leave me comments and we have full discussions about books, that is what matters most. But it's a nice numerical target to try and hit. Doesn't matter if I don't, but it's always interesting to see how I do. And really the final thing I have, which is channel related, is I really want to make more content that you guys want to see. I've kind of looked back over my videos. I've done a lot of vlogs because I've read the Shadowhunter books for the first time. I've done a few 24-hour readathons and I've really loved doing all of those videos. I do tags every now and again because I actually enjoy tags. I find them quite interesting. I think it's quite fun. It's nice to see what people are doing. But there are some videos, for example, tags don't really get the views, and I don't want to do videos that people don't want to watch. Like, I've done some videos and I was like, okay, I really think people will like this and I hope people watch this. I think this can really spark some discussion, and people haven't really watched it. Or if they have watched it, they haven't commented on it. And for example, the one that really just sticks to mind is I do a thing with my friends where I read them the first line of 5 books and they rank them in the order of interest, and then I read them and see how their order kind of compares to how I thought of it. And I thought that would do quite well. I thought that would really spark a lot of interest. I thought that would spark a lot of discussion of people telling me where they would rank the books based on their lines. People giving me their opinions on what they thought of the books that I was going to be reading, give me a list of priorities saying, I want you to read this one first. And it didn't really get any interest. And that made me quite sad because I was like, I'm clearly missing something. There are clearly things that people want me to do and I'm not doing that. So that's the main thing I want. I really want to have discussions with people now about the type of content they want to see from me, because I'm not a fantasy reader, and as we probably all know, fantasy is quite big on BookTube at the minute. I am not one of the big fantasy readers, so I kind of want to make sure that I'm still delivering content people want, because I don't mean to make that sound as though it's easy for fantasy people, but there are a lot more things that people can do with fantasy books and say, oh, fantasy recommendations on my favourite characters from fantasies, because people want to see that. I can't do that. So I want to know what you guys want from me as someone who reads a lot of thrillers, who reads a lot of YA, who's starting to get more into fantasy than I have before. Like, I want to know what you guys want from me. So actually, if you could, leave me a comment down below to let me know at least one video of mine that you've loved in the past, or one video that I have not done that you would love to see. Let me know, because that's the type of stuff I really care about. I want to make sure I'm giving you guys content that you enjoy, because I really love having those discussions and just having that sense of community on my channel. It's what it's always been about. And if you guys have opinions, I really do want to hear them. So if you could leave me a comment, that'd be amazing. Thank you so much for that. Now let's move on to my kind of reading goals. My first reading goal is that I want to get my TBR down to a maximum of 300. My goal, my official goal, is 250. But I'm saying 300 because at the time of filming, which is today, my TBR is 380. Which means by the end of next year, I want to have got my TBR down to 300. That means I have to read 80 books next year, which I think is doable. But the issue is, my friends send me gifts every now and again. My birthday comes up, like every book on my book cart, which you actually can't see, but I got like 40 books for my birthday. So stuff boosts it right up. I've not even had, obviously, Christmas yet, so I'm getting books for Christmas. I know I am. My TBR always seems to just keep going up. You know, there's always new releases, there's always gifts, there's always birthdays and Christmas. There's always a reason to raise the TBR. So if I could say, get it down from 380 to 250, that's like 130 books. I could do that, but because I'm getting so many books throughout the year, it's much harder to keep at 250. So that's why I'm saying 300. Anywhere within that mark, I will be happy with. But I want a minimum of 300. To the point where I'm even going to say, I'm going to regret this, but to the point where I'm even going to say, if by New Year's Day 2022, so that's a year and a bit for me to do this, my TBR is over 300, I will unhaul however many books I'm over. So if I have 330 books, I will unhaul 30 of them. I'm going to regret it, but I'll do that because I really want to get my TBR down, because it's a bit ridiculous and I'm not afraid to admit it. That is very true. The next goal I want to set myself for 2021 is to finish all of the series that I currently have open. And that's ranging from things like the Gone series, which I started, which I've only read one book in, to like the Alex Cross, which is a book series of 30, and I've just got 29 and 30 to read, so I'm really close to the end. It's very much hit and miss with some of these series. I have quite a few, but I do want to close them. So that is my goal. I have 8 series open. I want to end 2021 with all of those series shut. And really, I'd like to say I don't want any of my series open by the end of 2021, but there are some series that I haven't started yet, so I wouldn't be too mad if I kind of opened 2022 with some open. But if there are some books that, like, it's continuing, but the next book, for example, isn't coming out until 2022, then I won't class that as an open series, because I've read up to where I can possibly read up to. Okay, one more goal that I'm actually considering is that I want to try and read a bit more fantasy. Not for reasons like, for example, with my channel to do videos on it, because I don't really care about fantasy. It's hit and miss for me. I can take it, I can leave it. But my friends really do like fantasy. And some of my friends keep badgering me so much to read some of these books that they love. I know Brooke, for example, will not stop telling me to read Crescent City or Kingdom of the Wicked because they're some of her favourites. And I know Jade does the same. Like, there are so many books that people really want me to read because they really love them and they're fantasy. And I don't read fantasy. So when my friends are asking me to really read these books and I'm just like, no ta, I feel quite bad because I'm like, I want to because they're your favourites, but I don't want to because I won't like them. And I know that. So I always find that to be quite of an issue. So I want to try and read a bit more fantasy. No way am I heading into Crescent City. I will tell you that right now, Brooke, before you comment. But I do want to try and read a little bit more fantasy. I like YA fantasy more than adult fantasy, I think. For example, things like Percy Jackson, which I know is middle grade, and then the Darren Shan saga, the Shadowhunters. I enjoyed Akatar when I read that. I've not kind of carried on that series yet, but I enjoyed it when I read it. So I'm not opposed to starting with some YA. If you read YA fantasy or if you read adult fantasy and you could give me like a beginner's guide, please let me know because I would love to know how to start with that. That'd be really, really good for me. But yeah, it's just a little goal. I want to try and read a bit more. If I can read like one fantasy book a month, I'd be happy. Because it's more than I ever would have normally read. And the final goal I'm setting for myself, and it's not really a goal, it's more of a you are doing this because you have to. I want to be ahead with all of my arcs. I get a lot of arcs from NetGalley, I get arcs from publishers, and I want to make sure that I'm reading them in time for their release date because kind of let that get ahead of me this year. I'm quite a few books behind and I want to be like that. So I want to make sure I read the books in time for publication so that I can actually give a review and promote the author and the book, which is the intention of you getting an arc. And I feel as though I definitely slacked in doing that. So I want to do that as well. And that is really it. They're my goals. There are quite a few, but they're not unachievable. They're definitely just little things I want to keep reminding myself to do throughout the year. The main things, as I said, for example, are weekly vlogs on my channel and really finding more content that you guys want to see. Because, like I said, those interactions, those discussions that we have, they are so meaningful to me. I don't think you guys truly understand how much they do mean. The fact that there are just random people out there who watch my videos and have discussions with me, I love that. But that's it. They are my goals. Do you guys have any goals? Let me know if you have any goals. But like I said, if you could leave me a comment down below to let me know some type of videos you want to see more of from me or want to see at all because I've not done them. If you have a favourite video that you think I should kind of bring back and do something a bit more regularly, that'd be great. And if you have any suggestions for like a beginner's guide to fantasy that maybe I could get into a little bit, that'd be wonderful. Or even if you just want to have a discussion with me about anything else that I have said, I would love to hear what you guys have said. So thank you so much for watching. As I've said, I really do appreciate it. It means the world to me. Thank you for getting this far. If you have made it this far, leave, what do they call it, like a confetti or a party popper or a firework. Something celebratory because it would mean the world and I just love it. Thank you for making it here. It means a lot. But that is it from me, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.
SafeMusicList.com, royalty-free music for marketing and promotional videos.